And we're live.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Thanks everyone for helping out in the testing the chat. We were doing some last minute configurations to the chat style, but welcome everyone. We're streaming Dragon Age Inquisition. Again, we're getting powers. We are sort of starting to go down the, not the final stretch, but we're getting ready to go down the final stretch.
I would say this is the final stretch. Like, we have one more main mission, the boss fight, and then Trespassers, so...
Final stretch it is.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's jump into Dragon Age Inquisition. And we were kind of just discussing this, like, right before we went live. So what is sort of the plan for today?
We need to get 40 power. Like, I think we ended the last episode with 15, which that's not great.
Yeah.
So we need to get 25 before the end today, and then just finish up any other campaign quests that we haven't done.
1 second. Can people hear Caitie?
Oh.
Let's just test on this because I think. Hang on, that would be my fault. If people can't hear Caitie, that's totally my fault. Because I gotta. No wait, you guys could hear Caitie the whole time. Okay, all right. Then.
You hear Caitie? Catie's quiet.
No, that's there. I don't know why. I thought I had it in OBS set up where I could affect yours and the game audio separately.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought I had that one muted from after my N7 stream, but apparently not.
Do I need to boost up my gainers here? I'm going to boost up my gain a little. I'm a little bit louder now.
Yeah, some people said it was a little low, but no, it's good. I think we're good.
Okay, we'll try it now. Hopefully that doesn't... well, that's a story for later because that's a boring story. But anyway.
Anyway, we're getting power. We're doing companion quests.
Giro says, I heard you were dissing our Lord and Savior, Avril Lavigne. Hun, if your Lord and Savior is Avril Lavigne, we need to talk.
First of all, we're not going down that route again because I'll just lose my mind again.
I make fun. I really liked Avril Lavigne's first couple albums, I guess, when I was a teenager, but her new stuff I haven't been super into.
You know, I will say, like, I tried to... I shouldn't get down. I shouldn't start on this again.
It's already here. It's happened. You're already here.
I did start. Like, I felt kind of bad, and I'm like, I bet if I searched for... Because you had mentioned that she wanted to be a folk singer or something like that. And like, well, maybe she's done a couple of songs like that. And so I kind of tried searching for, like, Avril Lavigne acoustic or, like, Avril Lavigne folk song or, like, to try and find something that I could go, well, you know, see, I really like this song. No, I couldn't.
You just hated it all.
I found some that I didn't hate, where I'm like, okay, yeah, that is like she's going for a little more serious, a little more genuine, and I can appreciate that. But like now, I didn't find a single Avril Lavigne song that I liked.
My favorite one was "I'm With You." That was my jam when I was like 10 or whatever. Did you listen to that one? That's one of her earlier ones.
Yeah, no, I would say that's more me subjectively rather saying that I don't like it. Objectively, I can definitely say there were some songs that she had that were hits that definitely resonated with a lot of people, very popular, good for the genre. Just not my thing.
It's like how I don't like Kanye West, but you do. Sometimes we can be wrong.
That's true.
Underhanded there. It's taking your sweet time to load, isn't it?
It really is. Now I'm scared. Like maybe it's like the David Beckham thing. Maybe we shouldn't have talked shit about Avril Lavigne.
We added nothing new this time, so it should, in theory, work. Oh, Nobody's Home's good too.
All right, we're back in. We're loaded. So where should we go first? What do we want to do?
I'm not quite sure. I guess just like talk to all the companions, see if there's any quests we can do. I know we have Varix, but I just want to save that for last or something because that one's not great.
Yeah, and we can go to the hinterlands with Solus, but yeah, let's just go around and talk to some people, I guess.
Yeah.
We haven't triggered Dorian's personal quest yet, have we?
Oh, we can do the Vershel March and really piss off Sera. If you want to do that one.
Could do that.
We can just ally with the noble.
I'm gonna roll up and it's like, do you remember what we have to do for Dorian? Or it just kind of happens. Yeah, or it just kind of happens after a certain.
It depends entirely on your relationship with him. So like if he doesn't like us, we're never gonna get it, you know?
Oh, that's right. There's a good chance.
Yeah, so same thing with pretty much all of them actually. So I'm surprised we have some of the quests that we got.
On cue, as soon as I talk to him, it just says Dorian disapproves.
He betrayed the I won't say he didn't deserve death. I just wish there'd been another way.
Oh wait, who did we? I wasn't paying attention. Who did we execute that he was not happy about?
I think it was his mentor, wasn't it?
No,
we didn't do that quest. Never mind. I don't know. Everybody.
Yeah, I don't know.
To me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a
Alexius? Oh, we did do Alexius? What quest did we do? Did we do the mages or the Templars?
Yeah, no, we did the mages. We killed Alexius, right? We beheaded him. We chopped his head off.
I keep forgetting which one we did.
I'm well aware of your finer qualities.
Well, yeah, that's who he disapproves of then. Wow, we haven't talked to Dorian in a while.
You're a discerning
I think we were only talking to him, and it was sort of triggering like the more full cinematic ones, and this was kind of like an over-the-shoulder camera one.
Yeah. Which I don't like how they did that, but whatever.
I'm torn on it. I kind of think like in some sense it is a little more efficient, and that as long as the dialogue is still good. But I figured like you could have done at least like the Dragon Age Origins like basic cinematic camera.
See, that's what I'm thinking. Like The Witcher kind of does that too, where every once in a while I can like talk to a like a merchant or something. It just has like that basic Dragon Age Origins cam. But yeah, I wasn't super fond of that. This, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's piss off Sera, I guess. Do we have to start by doing something at the war table or no?
War table, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to unlock. Oh, I only painted 9 fingernails. Okay, Caitie.
I mean, it could be a trend. You never know.
Yeah.
You are.
Unfortunately, it's my pinky though, so it like looks like I'm up to no good. This is my Coke pinky.
I mean, look, you're on YouTube. You have a successful channel. Some people do makeup tutorials. You could branch out, Caitie. You could branch out.
Oh God.
You could start your own trend with makeup. Leave that pinky, just no fingernail polish.
Oh God. Oh, Samson's quest. Yeah. Do we want to do Samson's quest? I think we're gonna be under level, so that would make sense.
Yeah, I think we said last time that we would. It would help us out.
Yeah, so we gotta start talking to Cullen then. My dog has rolled over on her belly, well, I guess her back, and she's throwing her paws up all around in the air for no reason.
She wants rubs. That's what it looks like to me.
She does, yeah. But she's like all the way on the other side of the room, next to nobody, so it's just like maybe I got a ghost. Jinx, are you getting pets from a ghost?
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the
Jinx,
Inquisition?
what does the dead say?
Our alliance with Orlais holds. For
Do
the
they have
present.
warnings of the
They'll
future?
send aid on request.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais'
Canine
support,
martial
our numbers
arts.
match his. Corypheus' followers
Oh,
must
it is a long ass quest to do
My
Samson's,
agents
isn't
agree.
it? Because we have to go
Our
to the Emerald
victories
Graves. We
have
haven't even
shaken
unlocked
his
that yet.
disciples.
Oh God, maybe we won't do that one. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Let's hope for deserters. I'm sure they are. They'll be easier targets.
That's what we want. Demoralized soldiers fall first. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major stronghold.
You know what's so silly about this? This is like, and I'm sure people will hate this comparison, but like as ridiculous as we've tried to make Tamar, somehow in my head now it all makes sense. Like she is a former pop star who has just become the leader of an Inquisition. Like somehow it fits now in my mind.
It's Stockholm syndrome. You got used to it.
Well, it's just like sometimes a person can be so ridiculous when you cast them as a power-hungry, crazy person. Somehow it makes sense, you know? Sort of like how reality TV show stars can become president. I'm just saying. All right, I'll stop. No politics. I'll stop. They'll be hard to miss. We'll keep them here. It's time to finish them off. Yeah, like she's just really
Strike
ruthless at
Corypheus
this
now,
point.
while his people are reading. If he's hiding in the
And
Outer
like
Wilds,
for all of
that's
these
where
years,
he
she's
can
been like
But
the
what
only
if
thing she could get
Corypheus
angry about is people
such
getting her
a
coffee
rebellion?
wrong, and now she has real
People
she has a
have
real
ransomed
army and things to
Elven
be
ruins since
angry
its
about.
haven.
We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one.
Fortunately, I can assist.
Ooh, modded Morgan.
Oh, right. She's a thing. Oh, we're
The
about to
guards
go
outside
into
aren't
the,
for show. I'm not
the
here
whatever
to
it
amuse
is.
myself,
Oh, that's right.
Inquisitor. Corypheus yearns for something he must not find. Which is? His best?
Man, I wish there's
If
no
I
mods for
show
that
you.
area, but that would have been great if you, like, walk in there and it's, like, pink or something.
Yeah, and it's weird too, right? I'm surprised that there aren't mods available for that. Actually, there's some mods that have really that really surprised me, like
This.
the mint
It's
mustache.
amazing.
I mean, there's just stuff where I'm going like, oh
Elven
my god, who
artifact
did this?
From a time long before
Me.
their empire was lost to human
I think my honestly, I mean, as we're starting to
I
get close to
restored
the
this
end
one
here, and I
at
don't
great
think there's
cost.
any big new
But
ones,
another
right?
lies within the
I gotta say, I think Bull was my favorite.
is what Corypheus
Yeah.
seeks.
Bull is the best. There is Flemeth, but I think after saying Flemeth, Bull is still my favorite.
You can restore an artifact like this.
That's about
There
it.
was a price, but one I gladly paid. I
So if
found
Liliana is
legends
emo,
of an
Cullen
elven
hair metal, or
temple
80s
within
rock,
the
what's
Arbor
music
Wilds,
style is Josie?
untouched.
I was thinking,
Proved too
oh god, there used
dangerous
to be this
approach,
singer.
and thus I turned elsewhere to
Is it
find my
Selena?
prize. If Corypheus has
She
turned
was
southward,
this
he could succeed where I
singer
failed.
from Latin America
Well,
or
Selena was
Mexico.
a hugely popular,
What does
yeah,
it do?
Tejano, but that's not the
Yeah.
that's not the appropriate comparison.
A more
Well, I was
appropriate
thinking like,
question would be,
I don't know,
where
pop music
does
for
it lead?
Josephine is what I was thinking. Minus the unibrow, I guess, but like the rest of Josephine speaks pop in my mind.
Yeah, I just can't get past the unibrow. Like that's the only thing that I see now.
Maybe it's like weird artsy music, like Bajork.
Sure, yeah, it could be. It could go that route. Yeah.
I guess I just don't. I imagine Josephine as I remember her doing pop music, and I can kind of see Cullen doing 80s and Josephine doing emo, or Liliana doing emo, but I can't imagine Josephine doing weird art house music. So I almost want to say that like where like Antiva or whatever has something with unibrows, and all their pop stars have unibrows. I don't know.
if this place once had a name, it has long been lost.
Bollywood music?
I call it
Maybe.
You're really stuck on this.
a place
What is
where all
Josephine
illusion
comparison?
joy, wherever
Yeah.
they might be.
What did we?
I'm warming up to Bollywood. What'd you say?
What did we say that she was in the Inquisition band? Was she the manager, or what did we decide?
I think it was the manager, yeah.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist? Who can say? Formed from the fabric of
image-
time and space.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say the imagery in this
The
scene. I mean,
ancient elves
every
left
time I
no
see it, I say the
roads,
same thing.
only
Like it's just,
ruins hidden in far-flung corners.
it's really sort of like
This is
visually
how they
arresting.
travel.
Like it's interesting, and I only wish that this wasn't
As you
so
can
vague
see,
as to
most
like
of the
what is
mirrors
this
are
place.
dark,
Like I wish we would have been able to
corrupted,
explore more.
or unusable.
The
As for the
one thing
rest,
you actually kind of see it every
few
once in a
can
while,
be
but one thing I
opened from
really want to
inside.
like get into explore
Only
is if you look in the
nothing.
background, you really notice sometimes there'll be like these glitchy figures almost, and they're people shaped. They are technically people. So I one day I want to just like take a screenshot and try
What
to
do you
outline
mean
it to
a
see
few
like
can be opened from
what
this side?
who it is, what
Some of
model
the
it is. It's probably
illusions
nothing
have been left
like super
unlocked,
interesting,
like
but like
doors accidentally
there's like
left ajar.
glitchy
All
people in
others
this
are
place.
closed.
It's really weird.
They can be opened only from beyond. Opened how? With a key.
And like maybe it's not actually a person, it's
I
just like
suppose you
roughly the
have
same
such a key.
size, but it's
The
still
key
pretty
can
weird.
be many things.
Yeah.
Each alluvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough. How did you find out about this place? My travels have led
Yeah,
me to many
ska means too
strange
much excitement for
destinations,
Josie. I agree with
Inquisitor.
that one.
Once, they led me here.
Slam poetry, though.
It
I can
offered
kind of
some
see like some like uber feminist slam poetry. You know what I
Not all
mean?
the mirrors lead back to our
For
world.
Josephine, yeah, I don't know if I see
ancients
slam
were not
poetry. I mean, it's
ignorant.
within the realm of possibility. I mean, it's more so than ska, right? So
Yeah.
it's possible. It's possible.
Hmm.
If they'd only back to our world, then...
Places between, like this
And
one.
you said that there was
I
a
can describe
Flemeth
it no better.
mod
For a
also.
time, I
Yes,
had
we're not going to
arrested-
get to it until like
And then I
after
know.
what Pride had wrought.
Yeah.
For a
But
time, I had a safe place to raise my son. But only for a time. One cannot remain
What do you think the chances are that
forever.
that Kieran shows up as more than just a cameo in future Dragon Age?
well, he's not in every game, and I think that right there kind of almost guarantees him to be in just cameo.
Hmm.
So I'm not quite sure. Granted,
This
he
is
is
all
in a
very
lot of games
interesting,
though. Like
but
it's
why show
probably
it to
more
me?
than 50% of games that he isn't.
Is not
But
the
I
fate.
unless I do
It is
something
very
where like,
close.
sorry kids,
Someone with
in
enough
Dragon Age
power
4,
could
if
tear
you
down
don't
the ancient gods.
if you didn't
And
sleep
enter
with
the
Morgan
fade
and
in
have
the
the
flesh,
baby, this
like
isn't
Corypheus
your world
wanted to do
state, and
with
we're
the
not going to
Empire.
explore the other
Learned
world
of
state or
Elysium
something
and
like
the
that.
other
I can't
wilds as
imagine.
I did.
They could
He
just
That happen?
marshals the
they
last
could
of
just
the
kind
forces
of
to
I
reach
mean,
it.
it would be difficult for them to retcon it because Morrigan shows up in Inquisition. I'm sorry, not retcon, but like find another loophole for it because Morrigan
made
shows up in
Corypheus
Inquisition
desperate,
without a
Inquisitor.
child
We must
potentially.
work together to
Based
stop
on the
him,
world state,
and
but they
soon.
could do something like, well, she did the dark ritual with someone else, or some other. Like she had a kid some other way, but I feel like that would feel really shoehorned as opposed to just an outright
Yeah.
retcon of like, well, we just decided that this is canon now.
Yeah. I'd really want him to show up, but and again, like it would have to be way, way, way in the future. Like he's only about 10 years old right now, so this would be traveling 10 years into the future of like the current game, and when he's at least 20. Also, hi Fussel.
Hey
But,
Lucas, what's going on, man? Yeah, I just feel like I agree with you. It's not likely, but I feel like the concept of his character is so interesting that would be fun.
Yeah, I would like. Which, then again, no matter what he is now a normal kid because Flemeth took the soul away. So that kind of downplays that aspect, I guess. But, which yeah, Alpaca just said that. Sorry, I beat you to the punch just a little bit. Man, it's really dark with that mod that makes Skyhold black. Wow. Skyhold went emo.
the whole castle.
Yeah.
All right, back to the war table. This time without Morrigan's interruptions.
Yeah, I wish we could get power from that, because that's the cutscene. Every cutscene, I want 5 power.
You know, this is something I've been thinking of, right? As this is totally non-related to anything that we're playing right now, but it occurs to me. What are some games that you're looking forward to besides BioWare stuff?
Oh my god, right? Because it's nothing.
Yeah, and the reason why that question came up for me is like I'm pushing along steadily in Red Dead, and me and a bunch of my friends, one of my closest friends especially, we've been so hyped for Red Dead forever. And I'm only like, I think 60%. I'm finally past the halfway point on the story. But I totally realized like after Red Dead, we kept saying after Red Dead, there's nothing we're super hyped for. Except I guess, well, I'm not hyped for Anthem, but so that question has been raised for me. It's like, what am I looking forward to next? And so I'm wondering, what, if anything, are you looking forward to next besides Dragon Age?
Well, as Caitie just pointed up, Cyberpunk sounds pretty cool.
There you go. Yeah.
The only titles I can think of that when they come out I would want to, or at least look into getting them, is Anthem, Cyberpunk, and then Animal Crossing, because I love Animal Crossing so much. But the out of that lineup, only one of them has a hard release date. The other ones are just kind of whenever it's done. Whatever. So I don't know. The only thing I have looked forward to is Anthem, and I'm only like minorly excited for that. So I guess Fallout 76, because like I have some friends that are interested in playing it, but I don't know. Looking at the videos that have come out, I'm not like, I don't know. Every time I look, I see more about it. I'm just like, oh. Maybe I won't get it. I don't know.
Did we discuss? Lucas says Diablo Immortal. I'm not touching that.
Oh my god.
I'm not touching
Don't
that.
you all have bones?
Oh, you know what?
I got you. Now you have to say
Jesus
something.
Christ. Like, we've spent, I don't know how long, sort of gently criticizing in the last episode of the podcast how the EA folks could be doing a better job in marketing, which, by the way, turns out on their most recent stream, they did much better. I thought Mike Gamble and the other producer did a fine job.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about it. I thought they showed better stuff. The game looked better graphically. So I think that's worth noting, right? A lot of the stuff that we talked, the customization that you said they needed to show, they showed a bit of. So I think across the board, EA did a much better job. Give credit where credit is due. And then also from a comparison standpoint, Jesus Christ, it could be way worse, right? It could be, It could be one of your lead developers kind of like, oh, don't you guys have phones? It's like,
Oh god.
I understand they weren't prepared for people to boo. They weren't prepared for that, and they tried to, like, somewhere in that guy's head, he thought, like, use humor to diffuse the situation, but it just skidded. Like, it was a crash landing. That was not pretty as far as attempts to. It came
And like he already looked really nervous too.
Yeah, and it's a tough position to be in. Like, your team is up there with you, and you don't want to let them get thrown under the bus. But at the same time, people didn't want that. And then his attempt at a joke came off really defensive.
I just wish I think what they should have done is they want to handle it right. Is when I was watching it, they said, "Don't you guys like Diablo? Well, here's a mobile game." I think they should have reversed that. Like, we made a mobile phone game and it's a new Diablo thing. Like let them know first this is a mobile game only for phones. Also, it's Diablo, rather than hyping them up for Diablo and then boom, crash, explodes. It's for mobile only.
Yeah, and I think the big mistake is the fact that this was at BlizzCon and they made it their final announcement. Like, they closed the show on this, and that's supposed to be your big reveal, and people are like, wait, there's nothing after this. You led up to this? Whereas the Bethesda approach at E3, they showed a mobile Elder Scrolls game, but they didn't show it last. And even though they showed like the most bare bones of teasers for Elder Scrolls 6, it was like, look, we're doing Elder Scrolls 6. That's all you have to, and Starfield. So it's like, hey, right now we're doing Fallout 76, we're doing mobile stuff, but don't worry, we're still doing the stuff that you love. And I think if they had done that, like made it the second to last thing, and then said, look, this is way down the road, but just as a teaser, we are doing a full Diablo game at some point.
Yeah. That would have been a lot better than what they actually did.
I'm ready if you are.
God.
Always, yeah. My favorite
Yeah,
part.
don't you guys have phones?
Let's go see
Good
what
lord.
friends can get us.
But no, I would say, yeah, Cyberpunk, that's a good one as far as stuff that we're looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I'm definitely more excited for the aesthetic of Cyberpunk than the actual gameplay, though. Because, like, I don't know, the gameplay had me, like, a little Because I'm not really big into shoot-'em-up gun games. So there's going to have to be some, like, weird play style where I can, like, make my arms into fire cannons or something for me to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. Magic or bust. That's my take. What other game? Someone mentioned Deltarune, which is the sequel, I think, to Undertale. I never really got into Undertale because I guess I just I have a friend I love dearly, but she got really there's a long list of things that she got so hard into and tried to get me into it so hard that it burnt me out on it. I never even tried it, and unfortunately, Undertale's one of those things.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't have that'll happen.
Yeah.
Undertow never, I've never really gotten into it, but I've heard good things. I'm sure it's,
I watched a playthrough of it, and it looks really cute, and I think it's well made. It's just, I don't know, not my thing, I think.
Oh, well, The Last of Us. I'll be excited for that.
Well, yeah, because you got PlayStation. So.
And then also Ghost of Tsushima is another exclusive, but yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh no, the Undertale fandom is scary. Don't let it let you down. Unfortunately, I already let me down. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like that 2D style of games, and I think that's what turns me off more than anything. But
yeah,
I think it's a very clever game. I ruined my nail polish. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh man, you're really in character today as Tamar. You're really focused on the nails.
We all have a
Wait,
little
this is
Tamar
weird.
in us.
I mean, apparently.
I was expecting a village or something. The people that
I
live
was
in
saying
Eastern don't check out
how much
places
I
like
can
this.
identify. Well, I don't know if
Big new
identify
city,
with,
and
but
I'm
how
not
the
sure,
power
but
hungry
surprise,
craziness of her
surprise,
just
I
seems
don't know
normal
if
now.
stupid woods or ruins. What's that?
It has become
Don't
you.
hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
What's your name and why are you here?
Do we kick
He made
Sera
me
out
come.
of the Inquisition?
Said I had to lead him to her because I
No,
said things.
Tamar
It
wouldn't
was
do
just
that. We couldn't do
mortal.
that.
This was supposed to be a
What?
simple drop.
Are you gonna
What's
kick?
going on?
Do you have a prompt to kick her out right now?
No, I'm
You're
just
the one
saying,
he's
like,
waiting for.
is that a thing? Because, she totally
She's
goes
here. Red
bonkers
Jenny.
on this one.
I think let's see where it goes. 'Cause I think it depends on the prompt. But we can't kill the guy. We have to ally with this power hungry asshole. I feel like Tamar would also paint 9 fingers just to be controversial.
Oh, hold on. I was not aware the Inquisitor was.
I wouldn't have
personally
recruited her in the
involved.
first place. That's
This
just
is
me
a
hating her
tragic
guts. Well,
Let's all
Well, no, I mean, there have been
all
runs that
counts,
I've done
and we
where I
all
don't
do
recruit
this.
her, and there have been ones where after this mission, I don't know, from a roleplay standpoint, I'm like, you can't disobey orders that much.
yeah, that's true. Which Alpaca has a good point. We weren't gonna make Blackwall leave, but here we are. That's
I mean,
a good point.
alright, I'm just doing a quick save before.
Yeah.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pel Harmond. I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Freaking user you are. Another
It's a shame
noble
that they
prick
waited
punches
until the
down.
DLC to make her at least
We're
a
the
tad
same,
likable.
you
I
and
don't know. I think that
Well, that is
kind
a
of fits because she
statement. You
grew
are
up a little.
Nothing like me,
But-
but we both need people.
I agree. It's interesting, right? Is it a shame that they waited, or is it satisfying that they have a sort of interesting arc for her that she actually changes into DLC? Could be seen as both.
Well, say your piece.
Of course. No more
Did something
rash
scare you outside?
Honestly,
you're barking.
previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these red jennies. Despite your foreign nature, as Inquisitor, you are a social peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Arse biscuit.
Arse
White.
biscuit.
Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy.
What, you've never
I'm
called
very
anyone an arse
invested
biscuit,
in
Jordan?
her.
You know, to date, I have
You're
not,
willing
but
to
I'm filing that
recognize
one away. I'm
opportunity.
saving that one in
We could
reserve.
be exceptional partners.
Nicole says, "Hey Jordan, I never played Red Dead Redemption 1. Do I have to in order to enjoy Red Dead Redemption 2?"
Plot-wise, no. Character-wise, no. So RDR2 is a prequel, so the events take place before
Oh.
RDR1, and in fact, it will make most sense if you want to follow in chronological order to play 2 first. I mean, you'll have to deal with, like, if you then play 1, like, the systems and the graphics are going to be a step backwards, so that might be clunky for you. But if you don't mind that, and I'm not done with Red Dead Redemption 2, but I think it's going to lead perfectly into Red Dead Redemption 1. If you want to play that afterwards. I will say, however, thematically, holy crap, it's so good and so interesting. It's almost a perfect prequel. Like, they are layering on so much depth to the characters that are in 1, and you see them in a much clearer light, and the themes of Red Dead Redemption 1 pair perfectly with Red Dead Redemption 2. Without spoilers, that's as much as I can say, but it's really, really good either way. You'll serve the Inquisition, right? This is what we want?
Yeah. Or no, I'd like to partner with you. Did you already, Well, no, partner. Yeah, it would be serve Inquisition, wouldn't it?
If I go...
Because I'm just thinking...
Does she always beat him up, or only if you keep going through all the extra questions?
If you keep going through the questions, she'll stop you and beat you up.
It's so weird, too, because, like, the first time that happened, you know, especially on my first playthroughs, that's how I fucking play RPGs. Like, I go through every dialogue option, and fucking Sera just hauls off and massacres the guy. I was so pissed. I kicked her out. Like, that was that was on my first playthrough. Like, you would think that that's more of, like, a, you know... Like, eventually I shot, you know, Legion out of the airlock, do you know what I mean? Like, at some point, you go through Mass Effect 2 so many times, you're just like, yeah, why not? Or sell them back to Cerberus or whatever. But on the first playthrough, for me to kick Sera out, you got to realize how pissed I was at that point. I was like, do not disobey orders like that and kill people. That's how angry I was at Sera. But yeah. I'd like to partner with you instead of serving the Inquisition.
Nah, serving Inquisition makes more sense. I was trying to get like most Sera disapproval, but like that doesn't make sense with Tamar to partner with them, so let's do serve.
That's true.
A partnership gets me your enemies. I need the territory.
What are you doing? He's half the mess in Vashel.
Also,
And now
Nicole
his
says
job
thanks
is
about the Red
recruiting
Dead
other.
stuff.
Yeah, I
Consider
can't
your
recommend it
lands
enough.
and title requisitioned. You opened the bargaining. Think of your immediate options.
Surprising, disappointing, but also welcome over the alternative.
Won't be hearing from you again.
Be
She
sure to
approves.
defend.
Sera approves.
Yeah, because you essentially just took over all of his land.
Oh, she likes that. She likes seizing the
Yeah.
means of production.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't really want to do it at first, but here we are. Now we just have to say that this is all Sarah's fault and blame her for it for
Okay,
whatever
yeah.
reason.
I'm somewhat like. Is it weird that I'm somewhat disappointed that we didn't make her mad?
A little, which is why we have to blame her for it, because then we'll get some disapproval.
Ah, goodness. Now her and her comrades get what they want, basically.
There's you. How was that Harmond mess, hey? I should be angry.
Technically, it
at
belongs
it,
to us, though, so.
but his kind
I don't
really
know.
hate a leash. I mean, he deserved worse for turning it all bad.
Which is so
We
weird,
did
right?
it
Like she
fine.
has this opposition to like centralized power structures, and yet she's working for a huge institution that is now seizing power. It doesn't really make sense, does it? Unpredictable, worth it. No more mistakes. Understand. This was your fault too. Yeah, I think we'll probably go with this was your fault.
Yeah.
Don't get full of yourself. This is as much your fault as his.
Sorry, what are you on about? Because that excuse for a person was a fully vetted arsehole. You sure as piss not putting me next to him.
Let's see. Your plan provoked him. Never mind. I'm dropping it. You put your people in danger. Which one makes her angriest? You put your people in danger, or you provoked him?
Probably you put your people in danger, because that's blaming her for
Yeah.
the death of that one guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
I'm more concerned that your friends didn't know what they were getting into. You risked their lives for this scheme.
Don't turn this around. Yes, they got hurt for talking, but what were they supposed to do? They were already being hurt. And who made it necessary to speak up? That noble arsehole, that's who. And that was just the one we flushed out. You'd rather do nothing than try to make this better?
Ooh, man, we're getting to really get into an argument with her here. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah, we'll just yell at her. You don't help anyone.
Yeah.
How are you making things better? What have you done for anyone?
I make sure these arseholes pay.
While filling your pockets.
Well, maybe, but... Know what? You go suck friggin' eggs. I take back. No, I don't change the world, but that's hard, right? Even for heralds, or you're lying.
Whew, so this culmination point comes up to Sera leaves the Inquisition forever or watch yourself.
It's actually pretty intense if you ask her to leave right now.
And I just really feel like, I don't know, I feel like from the roleplay standpoint, Tamar would just be like, listen, you little elven dweeb, you can't talk to me like that.
Didn't say that.
So she's out. We're kicking Sera out.
Yeah, everyone's saying kick her out. Throw her out the window.
I love how at the beginning, in the beginning of this, people were like, oh, it's going to be so hard to be mean to people. And now, like, everyone is Tamar. We've turned everyone into an evil pop star. I love it.
No, we got a couple. Yeah, like there's a couple people like Jessica are like, no.
No, we're kicking her out. We're kicking Sera out. Get out of here, you elven dweeb.
Elven dweeb.
I'm not putting up with this. The Inquisition, I don't need you.
But... You know what?
Liz says out the
The way
airlock.
you're going.
John says out
it's
the
shit.
airlock, yeah.
We meet again, Inquisitor. Watch your breeches, because... Oh, frig it. Not worth it.
Damn, out the airlock. All right, well, that was pretty eventful.
Yeah, not this one, but there is one part where you can kick out Sera I played an Inquisitor that like Sera hated him. There was at one point I threw her out, and like he started like threatening her, and it was like really scary.
Whoa.
I need to find it or figure out how to do it again because I was playing like a Dwarven Inquisitor with like the lower voice, and it was like, oh man, I'm scared for Sera. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
seriously, Dara's about to get throttled.
Yeah, really. All right, we got another person down.
Should we talk to Cullen next?
Well, you're in the place with the Cole. What's Cole up to?
Oh, that's right.
And Bull. I don't know if we're done with Bull yet. Which, yeah, by the time the delay comes back, you're already halfway out of the.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
The
close.
She's still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor.
So far, we've only kicked out Sera and Blackwall.
I'd like to talk about what happened.
Do I have to
you
tell me
before
about your past with Cole to get more stuff? I think so, right?
I was wrong to
I
kill
don't.
the
You don't
maidens.
think you have
I thought I
to.
was helping them. Then he and Evangeline went to Adamant. and
Don't
I
kick
left.
out Bull. You actually
I
can't
was
kick
worried
out Bull.
Evangeline would
Bull and
hurt me.
Vivian, once recruited,
Found
you
out
can't get them
dangerous
out.
things.
The only
Instead,
ones
she
able to
collaborated
leave
with
right
them,
now
scared the
are
maidens.
Dorian
Started
and
the rebellion.
Cole.
Seeker Lambert told me what I was.
Also, if we could say about what just happened with Sera, isn't that exactly what needed to be at least an option with Liam?
That's all.
Right, like in all seriousness, like even if you couldn't kick him out, because I could see maybe like, look, you're in a different galaxy, you only brought so many people, like whatever. You could, but he doesn't have to be on the Tempest crew. We could go assign him to the work in the bar on the fucking Nexus.
I can actually see him working a bar.
Well, because he's
actually.
always there, right? That's why I say that. He's always there. Like, might as well just
Okay.
jump in and start working. But like, the at least the option to tell him off, have an argument, and you know, write his dialogue well so that it feels like he's defending his point of view well. But like, you should have the option to tell him off. Anyway,
I would like that.
You said Seeker
Zeruk
Lambert
says,
told
"Can
what
you
were."
even run a playthrough where you don't recruit anyone?" Yes, I've done it. You can actually, so if you don't recruit anybody, and then Cassandra becomes divine, and you mess up a dialogue option, you can actually end Inquisition with just Varric as your party member. Because Solus leaves, and Cassandra becomes divine, and she can't go out with you anymore. Then when you get into Trespasser, Cassandra will come with you no matter what, and Dorian will always come with you no matter what to replace Solus. So yeah,
If you
fun
hated
facts.
Seeker Lambert, why go to the Seeker Fortress?
yeah, that's interesting. And I know some people have done like full solo runs where you just never bring anyone, right? You just play.
They put people in the dark.
I've done that, yeah.
Oh, that's right. You did that. I think you said on a lower difficulty or a normal difficulty.
Lower difficulty, and I'm trying it again. Actually, currently, I'm doing like a weird one where I'm doing like a normal solo, but also using the controller for the first time. So that's an experience.
I'll do
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah.
I'm not very good with a controller, and like we have one for other things. So I was like, yeah, I'll try it. I really don't like it though, because I'm just used to the keyboard.
Interesting. Yeah, there's certain games I'm really used to keyboard and mouse on, and then like so say Skyrim, basically any Elder Scrolls to me playing with a controller is like blasphemy. It just seems so weird.
Yeah.
But then the one that really surprised me was Witcher 3.
Yeah, we've been playing The Witcher 3 with controller.
That to me, the precision of the joystick when you're like strafing between multiple enemies, and like I don't know, like it just seems like it works.
How much power do we have? We gained anything?
I don't think we have. We're at 18.
Oh god. Well, we got like 3 or something from Sarah's quest. Okay, let's maybe we just talk to Cole, or not Cole, sorry, Cullen, and see what we can do to just go questing.
This one with Solus, where we're measuring the veil, do we get any power from that? I know it's really short.
I mean, we probably get some power, but we also don't want to make Solus happy, do we? So I don't know. Oh, we can bring the Heart of Snow White. If we go to the Exalted Plains, we can go, what's it called? Bring Vivian the regular heart and kill her husband.
I mean, sounds like something Tamara would do.
Yeah.
Oh, and
What
else?
What is the left hand of the divine? What quest is that?
Oh, we gotta check on Liliana.
Oh, okay.
All right, do that
Oh.
and then head out.
Yeah. Did we do the other Solus quest? No, we didn't. He doesn't like us enough to give us the quest yet. If we get it, I have bad news for the spirit. It gonna go down.
Here is the request.
Guys, don't kick Dorian. Look, we're equal opportunity kickers. If there's an option to punch Dorian, we have to take it, right? Like,
I kind of feel like she likes Dorian more.
now is that you liking Dorian, or is
No,
that...
I think Tamara likes Dorian.
Okay.
He's fashionable. You know, he's
So only if they're fashion. Well, if they're fashionable, then why do we don't like Vivian?
she's too fashionable.
Oh, okay. So it's like a threat.
Yeah, she's too powerful and like, you know, she knows what's going on too well.
Grand Cleric Victoire wishes to make an enemy of the Inquisition. I'll give her what she wants. Doesn't Victoire have a young cousin? Lord
Well, so we
Firmin?
went stabby Liliana, right?
She dotes on him.
Yes.
Yes, mistress.
Okay. So I would, I guess, say I support you or
Have him
something.
collected. He shall be an honored guest.
Is
a
Stabby
natural
Liliana
Grand
what
Cleric
everybody
he is
calls her, or did we just start saying that?
I've heard her referred to that before.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Good work with the Grand Cleric.
Thank you. I do what I can. You see, when I'm ruthless, it gets us where we need to be. It's something to be proud
Man,
of.
Tamara looks really buff
Why
in this
fix
outfit,
it?
huh?
How funny that her regret is what finally puts me into rest.
Maybe a
I
bit.
chose to become her left hand.
Because I
knowing
tried
what
to
it
get,
meant.
I don't know if
It
you
was my
still have it or
weakness
not, but
that
I tried to
stopped
get
me
a
from fully
body
committing to my
modification that
task.
makes her very voluptuous, but I feel like it's not working, or it is very subtle.
Well then, I suppose that's that.
The Inquisition needs me just as the Divine did, to do what no one else dares. Death and deception are my trade. It is what I am. It is what I always will be.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it just makes sense that that there's this much latitude in Inquisition. Like I've said it, I don't know how many times over the years, but it's so evident when you look at it compared to Andromeda. Like even what we were mentioning with the fact that you could not recruit anyone. You know, to me, that's what should be in a Bioware game. You should actually have the option of who you bring and who comes into your team, not just like Andromeda, everybody gets thrown in there. Exalted Plains.
Yeah, do we have that unlocked?
Oh, we got 3 more power from that. No.
Oh, sweet. Oh, dang. See, here's the part that I wonder if it's worth it or not. Do we spend more power to get power?
Well, we can do Varric and we can do Solus, those 2 quests now, without Dix. Those are in the hinterlands, and then
And we're at about 20 something. So that I'm sure those couple ones won't get us to 40 though.
that's right. That's true.
So.
What else is there that we could do? Is this stuff in Crestwood, maybe?
Well, I do want to do the quest for Bring Me the Heart of Snow White, so I guess we could spend the power there, and like we'd always just close some rifts, and that'll get us something.
Okay. I mean, I like the Exalted Plains. We can.
Yeah, we'll give it something to do. And that way, if we ever do the Solus quest long enough or whatever, we already have it unlocked.
Josephine, does her personal thing give any?
I don't know. Let me look.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs.
It gives you
5
3
secret
power in
alliances,
the end.
and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an
So I guess we could do that.
I think that's another one that's fairly quick, depending on how we choose to resolve it.
Yeah, if we do the assassins, which of course we're doing the assassins. Yeah, it's really not that bad.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing.
Let's see, after she's done talking about Halam Shiral, I think maybe we should be able to talk to her about it.
Maybe?
The nobles of Orlais were worried about their
Theoretically?
own health, not the empresses.
Some must have purposefully turned a blind eye. There's often room for advancement when thrones change. But let's not lose sight of victory.
I'm reading on the wiki that some people have a hard time trouble of
That's okay.
Have some trouble getting it. They think it might be connected not to like any happiness because you don't have anything with that with Josephine, but the level of the Inquisition, and we're kind of underleveled, so that might affect us. I'm not quite sure.
That's true.
Just to make history.
Indeed. Tales of this affair have begun circulating in Val Royal. Although I do wish Varric would show a bit more restraint in his accounts of the evening. We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Val Royal. They
Oh no,
Yeah,
not,
wish to know
Oh,
what
sorry, what?
Andraste's
no, now she's just talking about more boring
They think she spoke to
petition, Val Royale, etc.
can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
Are we playing with trials on? I don't think we are. Are we?
No.
Yeah.
The Inquisition
I wouldn't-
won't answer their
Oh,
petition.
you know, maybe we should have
That's
put the trial on where we get like extra approval or disapproval from people. That would actually been pretty good.
Let us hope they stay
Oh, dang.
within reason.
Man, if I thought about that, I would have made you do it. It's too late now. Oh, well.
Alright, so Exalted Plains, right?
Yep.
What about other stuff that's out now? Did you ever play that Vampire? I don't know what people said at all
Oh,
for the
I
pronunciation.
forgot that came out. It looked interesting, but I forgot about it, and I guess I haven't heard anything about it, so I guess it was underwhelming? Was that it? I don't know.
So I bought it, I played it, and then I refunded it on Steam. Not because it was bad.
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
Not because it was bad. But for whatever reason, like I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to play, and I was being really indecisive.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it, and I'm like, this is good. This is the type of thing that I want to play. But then I started watching gameplay videos for other things, and I'm like, I wanted to really play Assassin's Creed Origin more.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended up refunding and buying something else. But from the 2 hours or so that I played, it's interesting. Like, they have a solid amount of dialogue options. It's a dialogue wheel, a lot like BioWare's.
Perhaps it was.
And, you know, like, the dialogue really plays into other what's the word I'm looking for? Into other features or other functions of the game. Like, depending on how well you interrogate and or gain people's trust, that affects like your ability to potentially feed on them or how much power you get from that. So the dialogue kind of interweaves to everything. Dialogue's very important in that game, which I quite like. Tonally, it's super dark, so you have to be in the mood for that. And like visually, it's kind of gets depressing when there's never any daylight. But you're a vampire, so what do you want?
Also, Fuzzicorn says vampire is a massive pile of shite. So I guess it's one way.
The combat is not great.
Yeah,
the combat is not great.
Towards the end, it becomes a huge slog with laughable voice acting and story progression.
Oh,
Great.
interesting. Okay. 8 power to get us to the Exalted Plains.
Yeah, let's do it. We can recoup the 8 power pretty easily.
We can do that in Rifts, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is not.
I'm disappointed, but we have to do it. Because I think otherwise you're gonna really struggle getting the next 20.
All right, the options are getting lower here. We'll take Dorian, Varric, and or you know
Has
what?
to be Bull, right? Oh, what?
I was gonna say we really haven't been bringing out Cole, so maybe Cole can kind of replace Sera in the lineup here. And yeah, that'll give us 2 melee, 2 ranged. All right, we'll do that.
When was the last time you even leveled up Cole?
I don't think we've spec'd him at all. I think we might have to spend a bunch of points on him right now.
Yeah, really.
I still think you would like Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I don't know. It's a bit on the tedious side for sure, but great story.
Here's the problem. Like, I spend so much time working on Dragon Age stuff that I haven't really had the time to play anything else ever.
I imagine you are exactly right about that.
So, I don't know.
Which really begs the question, and I'm sure everybody would hate to hear this, but like, is there ever a point where burnout occurs? And I wouldn't see that as a bad thing. I mean, what would happen if you just got obsessed with something else? Would you shift content?
I don't know. Here's the thing, though. With my personality, I don't shift that often, that hard. Like, I've always had something I've been obsessed about. And the things that I've been obsessed about since I was a kid, I'm still obsessed about. Like, cut to me in a room full of Sailor Moon bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, if there was enough Sailor Moon lore and Sailor Moon lore made sense, which it doesn't, I might actually think about it. Like, but yeah, I think the only way for me to stop doing Dragon Age stuff is if other more important things in my life come across, like having kids or something like that. That would be the one thing that stops me.
To lay down their arms
Yeah. That's a very interesting perspective and good for the channel. I'm the opposite of like short stints of obsession, but like really intensely for short periods of time, which is that's interesting.
Well, that's probably healthier.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like it sometimes, but depends on what it is, I guess.
See, Matthias, you're talking about the anime when we get to the manga.
Oh, snap. Caitie's breaking out. She's good. Like, you don't know nothing about that manga. You're all talking about the anime only.
The anime is fun, and there's a lot of moments in it, and I like, and the anime and the now you got me going. I'm sorry, but the anime and the manga like parallel up to a certain point, and then the anime just goes whoosh off in all this other direction that makes no sense. Like the ending of the anime and the ending of like the manga are so wildly different. It's really funny, but it has all the same pieces. Like they kept the same characters, but they're just like completely different, doing different things. It's really wild, but I don't know. Yeah, Sailor Moon lore is actually very interesting once you get deep into it because there's a lot of that was Pater's comment, and then I'm also adding because there's a lot of interesting questions left unsaid, and I've always wanted answers. There was actually a really good Sailor Moon RPG that came out called Sailor Moon Another Story, which it was never released in America. It's only in Japanese, but they have a really good fan translation out if you've illegally downloaded the game. Cough cough, but totally haven't done that. But it also adds a lot of cool stuff too about like the world and like how Sailor Scouts work, and I really loved it. But like, there's no consensus, and it's kind of everywhere. And like, the anime has its own thing, the manga, Sailor Moon Crystal has its own thing now, the video games, it's all everywhere. It's a big mess. Anyway, that's my rant on Sailor Moon. Happy birthday!
I love it. This is great. You just totally went off on Sailor Moon. That's great because you and I never talk about Sailor Moon because I don't know anything about Sailor Moon except that like I watched 2 episodes of the show or something. I don't know.
I'm telling you, before I liked Dragon Age, Sailor Moon was my shit. Like, I could go off and do lore videos on Sailor Moon. It just would be like, a whole episode would be like, okay, in the manga, this happens. In the anime, this happens. In Sailor Moon Crystal, this happens. And then there's the musicals, you know? Like, and then the live-action TV show. Oh, there's so many Sailor Moon musicals, and they have a couple different runs.
There's so many. There's not even one. There's so many.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's one in the 90s, and then they're doing a re-one currently. So, which I would love to see one live, but they don't come. Well, they're kind of coming to America, but nowhere near me. Anyway.
That is pretty amazing.
Anyway.
I love it. It's like
and the movies. Oh, the movies.
And you said live action, is that right?
Yeah, there was briefly in the early 2000s, there was a live action Sailor Moon thing in Japan. And that, again, just, like, took, like, the concept of Sailor Moon and then forgot everything else. So there's, like, a Sailor Luna that makes no sense. And then there's, like, a Princess Sailor Moon. And, like, Sailor Mercury turned bad for whatever reason. I wasn't a huge fan. But, look, you're getting me talking. I'm sure this is really interesting to everyone who loves it.
I mean, look, I think this might be the most interesting thing that's happened on stream so far, to be honest.
Oh no, we've been doing a terrible job.
No, I think it's great. I think it's. I always get fascinated when people are super obsessed about something I have no idea about, and just listening, because I'm like, I know that there's so much there that I'll never get into. It's funny too how you have those old obsessions that you've had for a long time. Like right before we started, I saw that Jimmy Butler, who's an NBA player, got traded from the Timberwolves to Philadelphia, and like I almost started tweeting up a storm just out of like reaction to it, and before realizing literally no one who follows me cares or probably even knows who Jimmy Butler is.
Now you might have that one guy that likes sports and Dragon Age, and it's like, only you two in the whole fandom together talking about. I want to say Jimmy Buffett, but I know that's not what you said.
Jimmy Buffett, Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler. Okay. What if Jimmy Buffett did play NBA? Like in one of those like Hawaiian shirt things or whatever?
Yeah, he would probably be terrible. Let's just be honest there.
Probably. But it would be fun.
Well, yeah, it would be fun for sure.
Matthias says, Jordan, I'm that one guy who cares.
well then, Matthias, you know what a big deal that is, that he's going to Philly.
Is he like... explain to me why it's a big deal going to Philly.
He's a very good player, number one. He's probably one of the best two-way players, which just means he's very good at scoring. He scores, between 20, 25 points a game on average, and he's very good defensively. So he can guard the other team's best player, which a lot of times if a person is that good at defense, they're normally a specialist. Like, they can guard the other team's best player and slow him down, but they're not they're not like the best scorer themselves. So when you have a player that's that good on both ends, he becomes incredibly valuable. The reason why it's such a big deal that he's going to Philadelphia is Philadelphia has a lot of young talent with Joel Embiid and Benjamin Simmons, and they're kind of one of those teams on the cusp. Like, they needed one more star player to maybe be a contender in the East. So now that they have that, it's probably going to be like a three-way between them, Toronto, and Boston for Eastern Conference Championship. Also, there's a crazy storyline with Jimmy Butler where like everybody in Minnesota hates him now. So he basically got traded. He basically got traded for nothing. The organization was trying to get rid of him because he allegedly slept with a girlfriend of the other best player on the team. And at one point, he was yelling at the GM of the team about how, like, you can't fucking trade me, you need me, and all that other shit. In practice, from the court, he was yelling at the GM.
Spicy.
Yeah, so
it's
been very dramatic in Minnesota for a while now, and so that was big news.
Also, real quick, Emily asked, did the blonde chick and tuxedo guy finally get together? They did. They had a couple kids. They broke up for another season to protect her, whatever. It was really stupid, but they are back together. Also, Sailor Sports. In the anime in the last season, they did this weird thing where anyone who was a villain was also technically a Sailor Scout, and I think there was a Sailor Football.
Oh, my God.
There you go. Anyway, that was... Let's get Cole leveled up and get out of here. This is the...
This has been phenomenal. We've been leveling up Cole and talking about Sailor Moon
obsessions
and NBA.
There you go.
I've news, sir.
Sailor Jupiter forever. I guess one reason I really loved Sailor Moon as a kid is because it was one of the shows that had a very diverse cast of women. Like, you didn't have to... Like, think of the Power Rangers. Do you want to get the pink one or the yellow one? And that was about it. If you had more than 2 girls playing Power Rangers, you're fucked, So, like, a Sailor Moon, you had, like, what, 10 people? Depending on what season you're going for. Like, and that's not even including the villains. So you had a whole group of stuff.
Keep off the ramparts. I wonder why.
Dang.
Let's find
Cole
out.
actually just did decent damage, and I didn't even give him proper weapons yet.
Hey!
Oh, no, that's right. He's got the tongue of the serpent. No, he doesn't have that equipped. My bad. We should equip him with those.
Equipped him with something, yeah.
That should be good. Wait.
God, if they had if anyone comes out with a Sailor Moon game that's like not... There was like a Bejeweled clone that came out for the DS a couple years ago that was like an Italian, whatever. Anyway, if they came out like a legit Sailor Moon game, I'm going to pre-order that, and I hate pre-ordering. I support my sailors. Anyone else Sailor Moon fan needs to go to support our sailors? It was a website with a bunch of rainbows. Anyway, that's another thing. But
wait, so we also have this other one. All right, we'll do these. Sorry.
I was thinking, because I've been on like a Witcher kick, because Michael and I have been really trying to beat Witcher 3. And what like series, we could either like even make an anime or book series, whatever you want, movie, do you think would make a really good video game series?
Oh, wait, so you're talking about something being turned into a game, not a game being turned into a series.
Yeah.
Which, side note, Jesus Christ, Superman Geralt. Dude, they roasted him so bad.
Oh my God.
They roasted him so bad on the Witcher subreddit where they like photoshopped it onto what looks like a cheap Halloween costume and it says Witch Hunter Gary.
Yes,
oh God. Fucking Witch Hunter Gary, they roasted him so bad. I was so excited for that series. And it wasn't even necessarily that Henry Cavill looks the way he does, because it is just a camera test and they could make it look way better with better makeup, CGI, whatever. When they roasted him with fucking Witch Hunter Gary, they just punched the enthusiasm right out of me. Like, if you're on the PR team for Netflix, you have to sit here and go, fucking Witch Hunter Gary. These motherfuckers on Reddit just totally destroyed a year of work with one meme, fucking Witch Hunter Gary.
Oh my God.
We gotta subpoena Reddit to take that shit down, because that is so. That is
no, it's forever. It's beautiful.
It's wonderful. It's
God
one of the best.
Witch Hunter Gary.
It's one of the best like meme destructions I've ever seen.
Oh God. Yeah, as people were saying in the comments, I think if you were to make it better, the wig is the worst.
Oh, it's terrible.
It looks like yarn, you know? Like, it's not good. It's really not good. And like, he doesn't have any scars or anything. I think, like, it's Geralt. He's fucking covered in that, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and I heard some people saying, like, oh, well, it's supposed to be, like, prior to the books or something like that, when I don't even know if we know for sure what timeline it is. But either way, it's like, well, I mean, freaking Ciri has scars. Like, even a younger Lambert has scars. Like, they all have scars. Like, they're fighting monsters from the time they're adolescents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do they not have scars?
We haven't seen her with makeup, so I don't know. But the person who plays Yennefer looks so young, too.
I agree. I also agree.
I'm actually looking for actual age.
And I know some people are like, oh, well, of course, like, she's a witch and like, and she can make herself look as young as she wants.
You know?
But I'm like, yeah, but Yennefer is supposed to be like 200 years old, technically. So that is part of the lore, where like
But I'm looking at this girl now. She looks like she's like 18.
I agree.
You know, like.
Yeah.
No. Okay, let's look at how old she actually is.
Yennefer's look in the game is perfect, where she looks like she's kind of in her 30s.
Yeah, or you know, late 20s, early 30s, something like that.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I can't actually find a birth date for her. Does she have a wiki? Her IMDb doesn't have anything. I don't know what this website is, but someone's claiming she's 22.
That is young.
Yeah.
It's also just, look, is it possible that a 22-year-old could just straight up bring it from a gravitas standpoint? Yes, but that's a real big thing too. It's like Yennefer carries with her a certain amount of like power to her character, and I just wonder if at 22 you can really. I mean, look, she's an actress. I'm sure she's talented enough, but.
Now here's another question. Maybe we're just really old now, and so we think she looks young, but like other people are like, nah, she looks fine.
Well, but I mean, what's the target demographic for the show then? Because it can't be. I don't think that The Witcher, even though it's a video game, I don't think the ideal target is necessarily 18 to 22 demographic. I think it's like that broader.
I agree with you, but what does Netflix think it is? Like, video games in general have this assumption that younger people are playing it, so maybe that's what they're going for. Also, why they would cast Henry Cavill, because he's like the hottie with the body with the young kids or whatever. Because he was in that Superman movie that panned.
Right? And look, I was initially very excited about the Cavill announcement because you know, he's read the books for God's sake, and he beat the game twice. Like, he's a real fan of the win. He was super excited to do it, and so at first I was very optimistic. It's not his fault, but like, I honestly think they need to cover up the chin. Like, the fact that he has the chin, it's like, it just like
the butt chin.
Yeah, they got to do something with that. I'm sorry.
Butt chin. Just cover it with like one nasty scar, and he'll be all fine.
Whoa, frame rate weirdness.
Yennefer needs to look like a wine mom. I completely agree with that sentiment. I saw someone Photoshop Henry Cavill or whatever his name is as a Geralt with a beard. I know he's not supposed to have a beard in the book, but I think because it covers the chin, it looked really good. The Photoshop, at least.
It's not that he isn't supposed. He has a beard at times during the books. It's described that he hates it.
Oh, well then just describe in the show that he hates it, and like maybe it's cold. I don't fucking know.
No, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, there are points when they're like on the run or they're out and he just hasn't shaved and he doesn't like having a beard, but he has a beard.
What is your opinion on beards?
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had an opinion on anyone's beard necessarily, except every now and then it's like popular for guys to grow out like huge beards now.
Well, do you like growing out a beard?
I can't grow out a full beard. I can grow out like a goatee, but it doesn't look good. So it looks like do you remember Christian Bale in the third Batman movie, the Batman Dark Knight Rises, where he just looks kind of like scraggly and homeless? It's basically that. It's just not pretty.
Oh, my condolences.
Yeah, it's not good. So no for me, but I mean, like, yeah, I don't have an opinion on other people's beards really. I will say it's been fun growing out Arthur Morgan's beard in Red Dead Redemption 2 because it just gets massive. He just looks like a homicidal preacher farmer from the West. Like, it's just crazy.
Fussel says, "I feel you, my beardless brother," with a little heart.
Ah, there you go, solidarity. Apparently, and I don't know if this is true, and I'm not saying this to be salty about it, but it's just like, from what I've heard, is that the same whatever genetic or sensitive, because it's a sensitivity to a particular hormone that makes it more likely to grow out a beard, but they've also seen a correlation between that and male pattern baldness. So it's not necessarily that if you naturally grow a long, thick beard, you'll go bald, but there's been some correlation between that. Between
interesting
guys that can't grow beards not necessarily going bald as often. Which, I don't know, it's totally anecdotal, but my hair grows super fast and is really thick. And maybe that's, I don't know. I don't know if that's even true, but I heard it on the internets once.
I guess the guys I know have full heads of hair and beards. But
that's the thing. That's immediately what I thought of the first time I heard that. It's like, well, what about the guys who clearly have both?
Michael came in going, "Hey, beards are great, huh?" Yeah, Michael's got a full beard. I'm a fan.
I think he said he looks somewhat lumberjacky. Is that right?
Yes. He actually used to have long hair, so he was like super lumberjacky.
So he's basically Blackwall.
Yo, yeah, no. The reason I wanted to play Inquisition was like, oh, I want to romance the guy that looks like my husband.
Aww.
And then I went with the bald guy.
That's great. You're like, I'm going to romance this guy who looks like my husband, who I love. Nah, I'm going to go with this fucking weirdo bald elf who like talks about the fade all the time. And
who fucking leaves you?
Who leaves you, right? Who's broody and he's always like staring off into the distance, standing on his snow patch. Yeah, that's a tad weird, but also hilarious.
Well, you know.
That's so funny.
I thought, hey, I got the real thing. Let's go with the weird one.
Yeah, I got to experiment in the game. That makes sense.
Yeah, you know. What am I trying to confess? Michael, I want you to shave off all of your hair.
Yeah, and grow pointy ears.
And grow pointy ears. Can you get really into like oh god, what's it called? When you can like control your dreams. There's like a specific word for that.
Lucid dreaming, yeah.
Lucid dreaming, Michael. Michael, listen to me because I know you have the video. I want you.
Is he just getting super creeped out?
Yeah.
He's like, what are you doing? Stop talking like that. Don't talk like that.
Please, Caitie, stop. Oh god. I don't think he could do a good cosplay for Solus, though. It's not cosplay time. He for some reason he hates elves. I don't know why. He can go on his own rant about that, but he would. For some reason, I'm forced to dress up as an elf. He would just look so miserable the entire time. Oh god. How are we doing on, Oh, Fuzzle says, Michael, come to me instead. I will feed you home-cooked meals while talking German to you.
I mean...
The worst part is, he would love that.
Okay, can we just understand, like, the structural problem of this fucking doorway? Is this supposed to be a door?
Yeah, it's so tiny, ain't it?
How is Tamar supposed to fit through this? This is like a very sized door. Yeah, let's try Cole. All right, Cole's pretty little. Let's try that.
No, nothing. I don't think a dwarf can fit through there.
Oh, there you go. Cole, well, first of all, Cole should be able to fit, but he's kind of... Yeah, that's a little... It's a tad strange. Nope. Nobody's fitting through there. I think we closed one rift and we're getting close to the quest for Vivienne.
Mm-hmm. We don't. There's like a thing you need to unlock, but you don't actually need to unlock it to get the Wyvern Heart. You just need. I think you don't. Yeah, and the next thing you know, I'm gonna have like this tearful like video come out, like, guys, I'm getting a divorce. Michael left me for puzzle card. YouTube drama.
I mean, how much does Michael like homemade bread? Is that the question? Is that really what it comes down to?
Oh, a lot. Michael likes food, so homemade anything. And I'm a lazy sack of shit, so I haven't made homemade bread in a while. So. I'm sure you have to go back to the war table to open the area with all the wyverns. What are you playing? Michael, we could probably hear that on stream, sweetie. Can you not play your steps in the middle of my stream?
What is he playing?
He's playing Snapchat.
Oh.
Like, you can go to the other room. I don't know. I love you.
Oh, damn. What a great vista right here. I think I say this almost every stream now, but man, Dragon Age Inquisition still looks good.
It really does.
And don't get me wrong, I can definitely feel the age of it compared to newer games. Now, I can definitely tell the difference on some of the textures, but overall, it's aged pretty well. I'll tell you what, though, Witcher 3 has aged incredibly well.
It was only like a year older than Inquisition, right? And it still looks great.
Not even. It came out in the...
The demons are coming from down there. A rift.
Well, here, I'll look.
It came out right... I think Inquisition came out in November and Witcher came out in March?
May, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, something like that.
May 19th, 2015. Oh, wow. The composer name, I cannot pronounce that. There are letters in here I've never seen before. It's like an L with, or it's like a T.
With like 6 umlauts.
No, it's not. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like an L, but there's like a slash through it, but like it's not a T. I don't know. I don't know Polish. Yeah, I got Michael to marry me by I took a thing of meatloaf and I put it in a box, and then he just came and got it, and bam, I have a husband now.
Girls, that's how you do it.
Yeah, you just put a lot of food in a box, and the first man comes up, he's yours.
I gotta say, I'm liking this party composition. Bull and Cole are brutal.
Which is, I think that's entirely because of the mod we had that unlocks a bunch of specs, because otherwise these two are glass cannons.
Oh, that's true, right? They are the ultimate glass cannons normally, but you're right, because I was able to take passives for them. Yeah, they're just, they're way more effective. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, we didn't get any from that? Okay, so we're up to 20 whole power.
Oh, boy.
But that is after we spent some, though. So
yeah, after we spent 8. So
we've already recouped it.
Yeah, well, we also need to spend some to get into Gillenon's Grove to get wyverns, I think. Because, like, we don't want the snowy one, but just get a normal one. Let me look it up. Because I don't want to go in there, because I don't want to waste power if we're not even going to need there. But I just want, like, a normal wyvern nerd. Let's see. I don't know, people are just talking about how to get the actual one. I just want a fake one, guys. Can I go to any wyvern?
Exalted Plains. Named to honor the great victory of Orlais over the elves.
The sound when capturing that fort was almost like the Reaper noises from ME3. I think it's reused, to be honest. What do you think, Jordan? You're the ME guy.
I don't think it sounds as similar as that. But fun facts about, I think a lot of people know this already, but the sound that the Reapers make is the sound of a trash can opening.
What?
Yeah, so the Foley guys for Mass Effect 1 were getting a little bit experimental with like how to source some of the sounds. And they were doing stuff like, getting like outdoor stuff and like just doing like some basic footstep whatever, and they were at a park somewhere in Edmonton. And they were just playing around with stuff, and they opened up like this old rusty trash can. It was like a metal lid, and it kind of made that creaking noise, and like they didn't know what they were gonna do with that. Like they were just recording everything. And when they got back into the studio, they put like a ton of reverb on it and slowed it down, and it makes that crazy yeah, reverb noise.
Wow.
And they were like,
good on them.
Is this it? Like, is this the sound that they make? And they decided on, yeah.
That's a good story. Oh, there are 3 wyverns in Crestwood. Okay, let's go to Crestwood for those wyverns after this. Because that's a good, I think that quest gives you some power, too.
Oh, what, clearing the wyverns out of the caves, was it?
Yeah, the breakup cave that I forget the name of it is. Because we don't need, there's like the snowy one that's only here, but we don't really want that one. We just want a regular one.
Yes. If you want the fake heart, you need to kill a white Gurgit in the north of the Exalted Plains.
Do we have to go there, though?
Or can we literally just get a wyvern, yeah.
Yeah.
And how easy is it to get the the fake white Gurgit heart? Is it quicker?
Well, if we have to go in the North Exalted Plains, like we have to spend more power just to complete the quest, which is a whole bunch of bull. But
yeah.
I like a guy with a beard. What kind of meatloaf should I cook to get a bearded man with? More meat than anything. It's actually just raw meat. Yeah, you don't actually cook it. I don't know.
You just give him a cow carcass.
Yes.
Here, buddy, figure it out.
It's just a really ground up cow. Like bones, hair, all of it.
Just like just the way Arthur kind of slings those deer over his shoulder in Red Dead Redemption 2. Just do that.
Yes. It shows you have strong load-bearing hips, and that's what really draws a bearded man.
All right. So do we roll through to Crestwood from here? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, let's see if we can get a heart from Questwood. Worst comes to worst, we just do the quest and we get some power from it or something.
All right. Cool. Huh, did we never turn in that quest where with the rage demon and the thing?
Oh, I guess we didn't.
Looks like we did.
Because we definitely we fought it, right?
Yeah, no, we did because the journal
We
even
might,
says.
we might as well turn it in because I think you get some power out of it.
There you go.
Maybe, I don't know. This game is weird how like sometimes things will give you power, but then like sometimes not, but they probably should have.
Yeah, worth a shot.
This might interest you, sir.
I get so
Take
much.
Cole out, or
service
you
there.
will get approval from him. So maybe we want to switch Cole out for somebody else.
Wait. So do we want everyone to hate us for sure? Because what did poor
I mean,
Cole
I
do
would
to
do
deserve that?
Aw. Have you ever had Cole leave your party?
I don't think I have, to be honest.
So we need to get him out of the party.
I like Cole. I mean, I actually
But
don't like Cole that much. But...
You wanted to have interesting decisions, and that's an interesting decision.
Maybe if there's no way for us to piss him off quickly, like if we just have to not bring him.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of good Cole greatly disapproves unless we're like really working for it. I don't know. I mean, you're already halfway there at this point, but
Yes.
Oh, here's one. I can actually ask him for advice, but I assume that makes him happy.
yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I just need to return this quest. I killed the rage demon for
the
you.
rage demon in the caves
Yeah.
is dead, as you commanded.
I had no doubts. Now that my sovereignty has been respected, I can depart this.
I don't know if we'll actually get it. I think at this rate, I don't know if we will because there's not a lot of Cole doesn't like it opinions, but he like makes you forget him. It's kind of cool.
All right, we got a couple power for that.
Woo.
Oh shit, Cole greatly approves.
Yeah, I told you.
I didn't realize he was gonna greatly approve.
Boy.
All right, now where is that one again with the wyverns?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. If you, God, there's a couple. I always kind of forget where it is. It's one of those places where I don't know. But there's like this path kind of in between one of the camps and like a cave, and I think it's up that path. If you can tell what I'm looking at.
If we're on the map, well, we're on the map right now. Is it north of the Crestwood Village? Yes, right?
Yeah, I think it's like parallel with the village, but you have to go up it through this path that goes by the camp.
I think I know.
If that makes sense.
I think we'll see. So I'm gonna.
Either way, I would go to that camp and just kind of look for a path going up, and I think you're gonna have to fight some Red Templars to get in there. Yeah, it's by a whole bunch of red lyrium. So when you start seeing red lyrium, that's when you want to go up in there. Because you can't get there from Crestwood. village.
You can't get there?
No, there's a mountain in the way.
All right. So I mean, so which way am I going? Totally the wrong way now? Because then in that case, I don't think I.
Yes, you're going totally the wrong way.
Back down and.
Go to the camp that's kind of close to where you meet Hawk. And it's like going out of that camp, instead of turning left to go meet Hawk, turn right and then look for a path with a bunch of red lyrium on it.
Gotcha. So this one, right?
I'm going to assume yes. The three trout camp or whatever it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one with the wyverns is the one where Solus kicks you to the curb. So not only does he dump you, he dumps you in a wyvern-ridded poop-filled place. And if you fly around with Cam, it like never really gets rid of that asset where it's just like a whole bunch of bones and wyvern shit. So he's like, here is this beautiful place with my people. Also wyvern shit. I'm breaking up with you. Don't follow me.
Also wyvern shit. Okay, we found the aptly named Rocky Slope, and there is.
There you go.
Yeah.
Vanan, I thought of you when I saw this wyvern shit. Also, goodbye. Oh, did you get Spice Girl tickets? You said trying to buy Spice Girl tickets, so I'm assuming it was unsuccessful. Spice Girls? Well, you're a guy. You probably didn't care about Spice Girls, did you?
No, I certainly did not. But, but there were girls that I knew that were really into Spice Girls. Sure.
That was a time of my life where like it was popular and therefore I didn't like it. But it's a fun little poppy band.
They look serious.
Yeah, this is the Solus breakup waterfall. No, there was $200 per ticket. Woof. Yeah. I don't know. It's actually lower than. Well, I guess there's. It's in euros, so maybe the conversion's differently. But like, that's not the worst I've seen for big concerts. I don't know. I don't like big concerts, so I don't go to them. But.
I mean, to me, I don't know. I feel like the best shows are smaller venues, but then once people are so popular, they don't do small venues anymore. So.
Yeah. Best pounds, Caitie? Okay, I don't know money. I'm sorry.
I really feel the same is true for comedians, and that to me is more so. Like, I don't think stadium or arena shows for comedy is really best. You really want to see someone when they're doing theater still.
Mm-hmm. The Crestwood map is interesting, because I think at one point they really intended for this game for you not to be able to see in the dark without torches, because like in here and then in that little cave we had to go to when we were doing the quest for this area, they have torches everywhere, but you don't really need it. And during one of the gameplays they showed where you're in Crestwood, it shows that you do need torches. So I don't know why they decided to nix that. God, Cole is so fast with this mod.
He is insanely fast. Especially like in stealth, this is hilarious.
Yeah, with like these like backflips and stuff. Dang. Also pay attention when you're looting it, because if we have a heart then we're good, and if not we're gonna debate whether we actually want to do this this quest or not. Because I'd rather, well, I don't think it's necessary. We need to give her the fate heart. But, we'll see.
Dang, Tamara's going one-on-one with this thing, just smacking the crap out of it with a magic sword.
Oh, I never got that mod that made her sword turn different colors. We'll do next one.
Tamar's about to lose right now. She will not back. There's like a slap contest with this thing. Okay, there we go.
Did she get it? Did she win?
She won, of course. Tamar is the queen of the slap contest.
No one bitch slaps like Tamar. That didn't work. Slaps like Tamar, I guess. Try to do the Gaston song. But
no.
No one. I think you have to say slaps. Like a bitch slap is too many. Oh, that didn't get a heart. Dang. We got Fade Knocker.
Yeah, we got.
Did any of the little ones give anything, or is it?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any other drops of any kind.
Dang. Okay, well, go. There's like a little. There's a woman who I think gives you the power once you defeat these things. It's God, I forget her name, but she's in like a little hut. On a way to the dragon. It's by God, I know where it is on the map, but I don't know how to describe it.
Oh yeah, she's the only person that's sort of like that has a house near where the dragon's at.
Yeah, so go to her, and she's like, "Oh, defeat this thing for a thing," and you're like, "Oh, I already did it."
Yeah,
whatever.
That's true. She's got that little farm or whatever it is up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, I know it. I can see it in my head, but which way is it? Is it south or north?
Okay. Oh, do you see that astrarium symbol? It's like in the exact same area as that.
Down this way, right?
You just go towards that. Yeah, the lowest one.
Okay, cool.
Bye, Alpaca. Yeah, Cullen, or not Cullen, but the voice actor for Cullen does the voice for Anders in Awakening. Fun facts. Wouldn't that be a weird timeline if Anders was still voiced by the guy who does Cullen? And then who would Cullen be voiced by? Would we just have two romanceable options by Johnny Reese? That'd be weird.
Could probably pull it off.
Probably, but he sounded I don't know. I kind of like I don't know the name of the guy who voiced Anders in Dragon Age 2, but I think that voice fit him better. I didn't really like his Awakening voice that much because it sounded too peppy. But he's supposed to be peppy, but it sounded like fake peppy. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Somehow the DA2 one was just a lot more fitting.
Mm-hmm. It's really distracting when you play Dragon Age 3, all three of them back to back, and realize how many of the VAs are recycled. I would almost say that's true for a lot of video games, though. Like when we're playing The Witcher, I'm like, half of these guys are the guy who plays Blackwall.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh god, I feel I don't know, the video game voice acting community must be pretty small because all the time I'm playing something, I'm like, oh, I know that person from a Dragon Age game.
It's getting bigger, but yeah, it is definitely somewhat of an exclusive group.
Where are you going?
That's here. I just came around from the other side. I don't know why.
Okay. I guess, yeah, I usually go the other way, so I was like, where? Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't remember dudes hanging out outside, but...
Yeah, I don't think you're in the right place, my dude.
Oh, wait, what the heck?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. There's the... I did come up from the wrong side. I'm like, wait, there's a dragon. Let me orient myself.
Okay, hold on, go.
Let me orient myself based on the positioning of the dragon.
Go look at the map for me. Then wait 30 seconds for the stream to catch. Okay, there it is. Okay, do you see the astrarium?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know how.
It's there. Yeah, it's an exclamation point right up there. That's her.
Right. Ah, there it is. There's a lot of random wandering dudes hanging around here.
Well, you gotta have some ambient enemies. There we go.
What's that?
So you're the woman who saved Crestwood from the dead. Watch out for the wyvern in the hills.
Yeah, Nolan North's
I'd
in
take
like
his side
everything.
If I were better with a bow.
I'm surprised he's not in Dragon Age. I thought he... Or is he? Is he? I don't think he is.
I don't think he is, but I think it's either Nolan North or a bunch of guys trying to sound like Nolan North.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wyvern causing trouble.
It used to hunt in the mountains. Didn't bother anyone but the bandits.
What's this about the wyvern? I think
The
it's
beast
the
got it in his
prompt.
head to come down here. It almost crippled Gauld's little boy. Best someone kill it. I hope I get my hands.
Yeah,
on
Freddie
it.
Prinze
It
Jr.
makes
as
the
Bull
poison
is
kill
that's definitely one of the best ones where I was like, whoa. I mean, even when I learned he was Vega, to be honest, I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I killed the wyvern.
Nolan
in the
North
cave.
in Origins.
The
Who do you
body's
play in
yours if you want
Origins?
it.
I'm gonna look that up.
That I do. Here for your troubles. I hope you can make good use of it.
Oh, he's... Ruck? Is that right? Yeah, he's Ruck. Oh, what a weird small character to play. Is that all he does?
Well, there you go. Didn't expect that one from Nolan North, did you?
Yeah, that's like one guy. Hold on, let me look at the actual IMDb page. Man, he's like way down there. Where'd he go?
We are now at 22 power.
Oh my god. Okay, he did more than that. He did Owain, Goodwin, I don't know, some of these taps from Eric. Okay. So yeah, he did a lot of side characters. Anyway, God, what do we do? I guess just like, I guess we could do Solus's thing.
Yeah, why not? Okay.
How much power do we need? We need 40. So, we need a little bit. But, okay, what else have we not done that we could do for companions? Cole has his thing. I guess like rifts and camps and companions are the best way to get power. Oh, there's a rift in Hinterlands that we haven't done yet, so we can grab that guy afterwards.
Mm-hmm. We'll do that. I think we should... Well, we wanted to get all the power on this stream, right? We wanted to get to 40.
Yeah. I think next episode we definitely have to play what Pride had wrought. So I think if nothing else, if we don't get it today, we might as well, I'll just go grind for it or something. Oh, we can also buy it. Do we ever do the war table mission where we buy it? Well, we I don't know. We need a lot of experience because we're kind of a lower level.
What? How are there just dudes just walking around our camp and the Inquisition guys are just standing there?
That is a good question. I don't know. They're not even attacking you right away.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. We have like...
Maybe they're actually your guys. They just don't have the uniform yet. And Tamar's like, how dare you not
Destroy
wear the
them!
uniform?
Yeah, great job, Tamar. Oh wait, well I guess it would make sense to actually bring Solus.
Oh yeah, we can't do it otherwise. I guess switch him out for
Dorian, I'm thinking.
Dorian, yeah. Another person you see all the time is Jennifer Hale. She's like in everything too.
Yeah, no, but she's just incredibly talented, and now she's in
yeah.
Overwatch.
Yeah, she's the new cowboy girl.
All right, I don't play that game. I understand it's a very exciting event.
I like watching the trailers because I like animation stuff, so I liked watching their things. And like as soon as I heard her talk, I was like, wait a minute.
It's Commander Shepard.
Oh god, I recognize that voice anyway. Apparently she's also Cinderella, like the current voice of Cinderella for Disney.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like, it's she does so many like non-super feminine roles that it's jarring to hear her be really feminine, but at the same time it's like, yeah, that's her.
Right.
Wow.
According to my research, the ancient elves may have
We should make a Cinderella
find the
shepherd.
artifacts they used. It may help
Oh
strengthen this
boy.
area against death.
I think you could do maybe when I do my run of.
I mean, I think you
Master
might find that's going to be pretty challenging, particularly in ME1, where the character creator does not have a lot of.
Yeah, it's not good.
I mean, it's not that it's bad. It doesn't create too many terrible characters. It just doesn't allow you to do really crazy stuff.
I see you come ready for battle. Perhaps we
And there's
face
not a lot of
some
mods for it
enemies
either,
this
so that kind of sucks.
And like I remember, even at one point there was like
Are you
the
fighting
complaint
the
that like
demons on
there's
your own?
basically no option for any type of beard for the male character, like at all. Not even like the 5 o'clock shadow thing that Andromeda has. And I think BioWare at some point actually responded and said like, well, yeah, because he's military and that would be out of like spec or whatever.
And I get that, I understand. That being said, though, the Pathfinder's beards, like the stubble options, were awful. What was that? They
Terrible.
look so awkward.
Terrible, and especially like when that is something that comes out post Witcher 3. Do you know what I mean? Where they had a full like beard growing system.
I didn't even hear the beard growing system. It's just when you give me stubble, don't make it look like whatever
Like
it was.
a
It looked-
Sharpie.
Yeah, it was really bad. Even like some of the mods for it, I'm like, it improves it, but it still sucks. And like, and the face texture for actual Scott like has some fine stubble, but like I don't know, the whole thing.
It was bad. It looked like, you know, like in the 90s when they had like the spray-on hair for like dudes going bald, like that on
Oh my
somebody's
god,
face.
yes, it did, yeah. Ugh.
Can you manage it?
Oh, do you know who this character is that we're currently like the Dalish girl?
No.
She's actually from the book Masked Empire. This is spoilers, so I don't know if you want me to tell you or not.
Yeah, why not?
So in the book, do you know who Imshale is?
Yes.
Okay, so Imshale was, a big powerful demon for those who don't know. He was actually trapped in a binding circle by this girl's clan. The protagonists of Mass Empire come in, really just mess everything up and free him. And in return, Imshale's like, hey, thanks for freeing me. Here's this key to the Illuvians. Bye. And then he murders her entire clan, but leaves her behind. And that's like his thing. And then there's like this whole like she gets possessed by him and then tries to kill. Like there's this weird arc with her. But yeah, she's the only one left of her clan because of silly decisions. So. Fun facts.
Interesting. I always like it when they do give those characters some time though in the games.
This was before Trespasser really came out and kind of disproved a lot of things. That was one of the reasons why people thought Solus was Felisan, because this girl pops up in his personal quest.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the most satisfying going a Mass Effect version of that was Kaylee Sanders, who's like basically one of the main protagonists of the novels, or the Carpathian novels, at least. And when she shows up in Mass Effect 3, it's a very satisfying moment because you're like, oh my god, I never thought this would happen.
Cole's the only really person who showed up in the books first, and they had a really good game thing going on. Really, everyone else is either mentioned very briefly or forgotten about.
But that's still cool, though, right? That's like a big part of the reason why Cole is so beloved by the folks that got attached to him first in the books.
Yeah, which he's very different in the books, though. So I know there were some people upset when the games came out. At least that's what I read. Which it's so weird to me. The book came out, I think, in 2011 or whatever. So there was 3 years in between Asunder and Dragon Age Inquisition.
Here, take it. Go with Mythal's blessing.
Alright, do we get power from this now? Did we?
I don't know. Did we? Oh, did you talk to her? Because she gives you an amulet of power if you say you need it.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay. I guess we didn't get anything. Well, that was a big waste of our time. Thanks, Solus. We got no power and we got Solus approval. This is overall a disaster. Well, there's a rift at the bottom of the map we can grab because we're higher level now. I think what other we can do for power, because like it's really just like going for camps and going for rifts at this point, because there's really not a lot of good character quests we can do. I don't think we got Josephine's yet, so I guess we're just too underleveled. Oh, we could do Varix. That's a thing we could do.
Yeah, that's true. We can do Varix. Although, again, as we've said, like I don't know what it was about that quest. It just felt boring. Like every time I've done it, it just feels like a grind.
And we're almost out of time too, so maybe I'll just do that during the grind. So yeah, maybe today we do this rift. I'll grind off screen, and then next weekend we
oh shit,
we'll figure it out. Which I don't know if I'll, because Thanksgiving weekend's come. I might actually be traveling next weekend, so the next stream of this might be actually December.
Oh, that's true. That could be. Yeah.
Yeah. We will see. Have you got the dragon? Yeah, we fought the one in the hinterlands.
If we don't, I will make it a point to stream Andromeda then on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't do the joint one.
Yeah, do something on Saturday. I want to finish, I'm still finishing up the September and October best of videos. And I want to try to, my goal is to have those plop out during Thanksgiving break. So like if we don't stream during that whole week, at least there's something on here. But we'll see if I get away with that. Can you get a mod that gives you power? There's not a mod that gives you power per se, but there is a mod where it takes away the power requirements for levels. The reason I kept it on though is that we are under leveled and we need some way to make us the level we want to be. Because there's really not a good way to fake levels on here unless you do like a save editor, and those are kind of finicky and stupid to do and be really boring to watch. But
and there's no like super like 4 times XP.
So there is one now, but you have to install it at the beginning of the game, and it wasn't out when we started.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Yeah, so we kind of whoops.
Yeah, well, there's nothing we can do about that if it wasn't out, but
yeah,
good to know.
Or at least, yeah, I don't think it was out. Yeah. Unless there's like one I don't know about.
Yo, these freeze witches gotta chill. And yes, I did call them freeze witches because I've never bothered to know what the proper name is, and freeze witch just seems appropriate.
It's it's a despair demon if you're curious.
I'm gonna go with freeze witch because that sounds more descriptive to me. Okay, all right. Rift.
Oh my God, we're only level 13. Oh Jesus. What's the level requirement for?
I don't know, 50.
It might be.
And now there's a bunch of dudes getting into fighting with bears and dogs. God, this is a clusterfuck out there. There's a dog fighting a bear fighting a bunch of dudes.
So they recommend 16 to 19 for what fight had rot. So somehow I'm gonna have to gain around 3 levels. Oh, we'll figure it out. I'm sorry about your Wi-Fi, Xenon, and don't feel bad for posting 3 times. This happens. I've totally done that before.
Yeah, so we're now at 24, and we've gotten all the camps, right?
I think in here we have at least. Yeah. Oh, there's another rift by the waterfall. That's higher level.
Oh, that's right. We can do that one. All right.
So that might bring us up to close to 30. So that's not too bad.
If we would just stop like aggroing trash mobs, I could fast travel. Jesus.
What, you don't love trash mobs?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, look, you're fighting a puppy. Don't you love puppies?
Did you ever run into that one section? I don't know. I can't remember what side mission it is in DA2, where you just slaughter a bunch of Mabari hounds.
Oh, there's like one of those like gangs in the street that's like mostly Mabaris.
And it's just like, whoa.
You feel bad killing the puppies. It's true.
It is a little weird when you look at the end because like it happened so quickly. The bodies haven't like cleared, and so it's just like tons of Mabari corpses, and you're like, wow, fucking Hawk is the destroyer of Mabaris.
It's Michael Vick.
Oh no.
That's an old reference.
I was gonna say too soon, but that's not even possible at this point.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
That's not long enough. Still.
Oh god, I have to Google that now.
You know what's so crazy about that one is Mike Vick totally made a comeback with the Eagles after that, and
did he really?
yeah, I mean he was like some of his best years were actually still following that, which is the most unlikely thing ever.
Oh my god. It was 2007. Jordan.
I was gonna say 2005, honestly.
Oh my god. That was over a decade ago.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Why did they come here? It's not safer.
Like some of our viewers might have been like little bitty babies at that point.
I don't know if they were babies. I get what you mean, though. We were adults then, and we're still adults now, and this feeling is not going away.
I know, I feel old.
It just gets, I don't feel old, I feel great.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a woman. We age fast or whatever. So, like, even though I'm younger than you, I think by, like, a couple of years, like, I'm automatically older because I'm a female.
But isn't...
That's how this works.
But isn't everything better when you... Like, let's be honest. I hear people say that all the time. Like, oh, like, the days of my youth. They're like, what was... You never had any money. Like, I was always broke when I was younger. Like, everything's better now. People respect...
Boy, I'm still broke.
Well, it's like,
what are you talking about?
Okay, there's... But probably less so than when you were 19, right? So it's like,
yes,
you know, it's like, you know more, you're more experienced. I feel like maybe that is specifically a guy thing, but like when you're 20 and you're a guy, like you're a boy, right? And so just like other men and like the respect level's really not there typically, where that doesn't exist quite as much when you get closer to 30. It might still, depending on the person, but like, I don't know. I feel more like a person. And I enjoyed my adolescence, but I'm just like, no way. Everything is better now.
I'm jokingly arguing with you, but I do agree. Like my life is so much better now than when I was a kid. Like it's, I don't know.
Like you have autonomy. Like you can be in charge of your own shit.
Yeah. Like when I was like at least early teens, like, you know, 18, 19, like it was just constant schoolwork, you know. Like,
sure, yeah, there's that too.
Only the past like year or so I've been free.
Yeah, you can make your own agenda. You can be like, this is what I'm doing.
I know.
So yeah, I don't know. People say like, oh, like youth behind me. I'm like, I guess maybe when I'm 39, I'll be feeling it a little bit more. But at 29, I'm good. Like,
I've seen kids nowadays that have iPhones. I didn't get one of those till I was 15. Yeah, it's about the same. Like kids have like a couple. I don't know. I still get triggered at that one kid I saw that had 2 iPads on rotation. But,
when the battery dies, they just swap it out for another one.
Oh God, I just want to punch myself in the face just thinking about it.
I think I had a cell phone at 15, but that would have been like a flip phone or something. I don't think I had a smartphone until and it wasn't an iPhone. I had like an HTC smartphone.
I definitely had like one of those like Nokia whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I loved those things, and then I like immediately lost it because I was a kid. My mom was so mad. Oh god. To be fair, I think I got stolen, so it's not like all my fault. It's just mostly my fault. But whatever. Did you ever have a razor? Like I feel like everyone had a razor when I was in high school.
I never had a razor. I did not. No.
There was like a knock. It wasn't. Well, it was still by Motorola, but it was like a side brand that looked like a razor, but it was like slimmer, and that was the one I had. So everyone's like, "Look, I got all these razors," and I'm like, it looked like the razor, but it was small. So here I'm filling out this like tiny little cell phone. I'm like, this one's mine. So, God, why were razors so popular? Because they were kind of trash.
They were just thin, and the name Razor was good. Like as far as branding, I think honestly that's all it was.
Yeah, maybe that, and they came in pink because I knew so many girls with the pink one.
With the pink
and they
razors,
loved
yeah.
it.
No, I
Yeah.
knew some people that had pink razors.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I do kind of miss the days when like cell phones really looked different from one another. Like nowadays, all the cell phones like look the same, but.
Yeah, I feel like the aesthetic just got settled in, right? Like it just became the one thing, and now we know what that form factor is, and nobody's really gonna change it anymore.
Michael, we're not even talking about those types of razors. We're talking about a cell phone called razors. Well, it was Motorola Razor. That was the brand name for it, and it was like really popular in America. I don't know if it was the same other places.
Anyway, I'm just wondering. I know we're close to time. I thought maybe we can hit these 2 riffs.
I would hit one. I don't think we would hit. Maybe we'll have time for another. I don't know. Your call. But, oh shit.
Oh, is this a quarry? I love quarries. Not a quarry, a
Quarry.
logging thingamajigger.
Oh. You love wood.
Hey now. I always felt like that was a weird mechanic, like how you had to find those in order to build certain stuff. And I'm like, we can't just chop down any of the trees in the hinterlands. There's a bunch of trees.
Or at least for me, like I didn't think any of the things we could build were that cool.
They didn't matter. There's such a missed opportunity, honestly.
Yeah, like there was a couple things that were interesting. Like you could build that fighting ring, but like you walk in there all the time, so it's kind of got in your way.
Do you think, and this is kind of like a downer question, but like, do you think BioWare has ever really gotten good at making modern RPGs? Like when you think about how different, like, so Fallout has changed quite a bit, like for better or worse, even though some people don't like it, whether it's base building or whether it's more action, like proper action gameplay, like Fallout has adapted. And I don't feel like RPGs are what they were between late 90s and early 2000s, which is when BioWare was the master of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have they like, I like Inquisition a lot. I liked Andromeda for what it was worth, but it still feels like there's something about what they do that hasn't translated into the more modern RPG setting.
Yeah. Well, I guess what BioWare does well and what I like about it are the like variety of choices and like the people you meet.
Right.
And I feel like that's what modern RPGs they haven't really been doing a lot of.
Correct.
Where like and like BioWare's trying to stay with the modern thing, but then that also loses what they're good at. So it's this weird whatever. So I'm interested to see where Dragon Age 4 goes. See if they decided that like, okay, maybe we just gotta do our own thing rather than trying to compete with The Witcher where you only play as Geralt and blah blah blah. So
yeah, you know what? I agree with that. It's that the one or two things that they still do well, no one else is really doing well. Or as well. Sometimes I just wonder, like, what would Dragon Age look like if it had a proper base building, homesteading type functionality to it, and if their open world was a little more robust.
See, I don't think they should be doing open world. I kind of like what they did with Trespasser, where there's like a couple areas you can visit and things to do on that map, but that's really about it. Like,
Well, yeah, because that's what they actually do, right? They've never actually done open world. They kind of do like hubs. Like they do hub sections with some explorative areas. Oh, inventory's full. Okay, so that's another one to think of. Inventory management. I don't know, something just happened in the chat room.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Well, yeah, I guess we call it here. How much power do we have?
We made it right to 30. We're right at 2 hours. I think this is well, it's not ideal, but
not ideal. I'll go grind off screen.
It's a decent spot to stop at for now. So yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here. I've got a save file in, and we will be potentially coming back next week, right?
Maybe. It kind of depends on my schedule. So either you're going to be streaming alone, and we'll come back to this in December, or we'll be back next week. We'll see.
Correct. Yeah. So if we're not back next week doing more DAI, then I will certainly at least do a Mass Effect Andromeda stream for Saturday if we're not doing this. Otherwise, folks, thanks for joining us. Anything else before we sign off?
No.
That's it. Thanks everyone for being here. You guys rock, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.